Big Z Reviews. Shazam is DC's newest film, and really the first ever from them that kind of delves into B or C level character from their roster. And it is one of the better movies so far in this DCU because, I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun.
That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing. I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please.
So before I start off with the actual movie review, I gotta say that please excuse my hair. I was trying a new hair gel, and then my hair was a little longer, and it was like a heavy hold. It's actually the Beautiful Bastard from Philip DeFranco, and it's a heavier hold than I expected because I couldn't get it to do anything I wanted to do with my hair. So no matter what I was going to do, it was going to look ridiculous, and I didn't feel like getting another shower, I turned it into something extremely ridiculous, a little faux hawk. So just please excuse that for the rest of the review, and for the rest of the reviews I'm going to be filming today. But on to the actual movie. I have not really had any experience with Shazam. Like, I know a bit about the history of the character, which he was originally called Captain Marvel, and then they realized maybe you shouldn't have a hero named after our competitor, so they switched it to Shazam, which is an anagram for a bunch of the Greek heroes and gods, and thankfully, we got Captain Marvel, the Marvel version of that, from that, because they released that name. But, as this character, it's basically it's a big. It's like he gets his powers and he turns into an adult, like a perfect version of himself. And he has superpowers. He has super speed, he has super strength, he can fly, he can shoot lightning out of his hands. All those shenanigans. And, I liked how it started out, it starts out in the past, and you have essentially the person that's going to be the villain, is but a potential new Shazam champion, and he fails it because he's attracted to the 7 deadly sins or whatever, and he gonna get rid of them. And because of that, he's in a car accident, and he decides that he wants to get back at this wizard and get the power that he thinks he deserves. And then in the present day, we have Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel, and he is, he's a foster kid. His mother kind of seemingly abandoned him or lost him at, a park, a festival, and he's kind of looked all over for. He's run from every foster home he's ever been in, and he's tried to find every person that had his mother's kind of name and try to find all the women with that name. And he hasn't had any luck. And finally, he is put into this foster home with a bunch of other kids. And the parents are 2 other used to be foster kids, and they had to have it's like a group home. But I like all these group of characters, the cast of characters. They're all really lovable, and they're all kind of different and interesting. And he, especially the one that is going to be his friend and partner in crime, is Freddie Freeman, played by Jack Dylan Grazer, and he is handicapped, and because of some bullies are messing with him, and he fights back, and he's in the subway, and then the wizard recognizes that he has potential, and he doesn't have any time left to be so picky with who he gives his powers to, so he gives it to Billy Batson. And then now you have a movie where I really liked how it's kind of self-referential. It feels like it's a superhero movie, in a time when we've had over 30 superhero movies in the past 15, 20 years. So it seems like it's kind of just enveloped in that superhero culture, that because these kids, they want to have the superpower. What would you do if you had superpowers? And other things, and they have to, and his friend, he films him and puts on YouTube of testing all the different powers he might have, and and then of course the stuff where he besides we buy beer, and that, it's like there's a lot of really fun stuff and a lot of really funny stuff. But I will say, mixed in with the funny stuff, especially everything with Mark Strong is the villain. Some of it is a little, like, I don't find it scary at all, but it really shows that, David F. Sandberg is the director of this film, and I think he might have been brought in by James Wan to direct this, because, James Wan did Aquaman, and he did Lights Out and Annabelle Creation, and they're both pretty good movies. I like Annabelle Creation more. It's funny because the original Annabelle movie wasn't very good, but, when he does these 7 deadly sins for the villain, they are creepy. Like, they're almost like I know my brother who I watched it with said that he wished that they were more colorful because they're just kind of look like stone. But that's kind of the idea. They're almost like gargoyles. Like how they move doesn't look quite right. But like I like that. Like they could be pretty creepy, and they're pretty violent and a little gory, and stuff they do is pretty brutal. So I think this is a hard PG-13. Like, I know there's some shenanigans that people saying that it's too much for my kid. I took him to this movie, and I'm like, well, it is PG-13, but this is, like, it's definitely not a PG movie, and it's more like a PG movie from the 80s or something like that, where there's some creepy stuff. And I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the laughter, too. There's a lot of comedy, and some adult, but not too adult, and I liked a lot of it a lot. The only thing about this film is that I'm honestly not too sure how much I'll remember it, like how much it'll stick with me. Like, when I look back at it, there isn't that much that sticks out. There aren't any, like, amazing moments that make me go, oh, and make me really want to see it again. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but, like, when I look back at it, nothing really sticks out that much. Like, there's no epic moment that makes me go, want to see it again and again and again. I have a feeling that, like, I really like this, but I don't know how rewatchable it'll be. Except that the comedy is funny, but I don't know how it'll hold up. Like, I'll have to watch it again, like, a little later, but I don't think it's not one I want to go see in the movie theater more than once. But when it comes to Blu-ray, I'll check it out then again. But, like, I will say, Zachary Levi as the Shazam character, he is perfect. Like, he is really good. He's almost, like, too good, though, at times. Because he inhabits that childish glee of immediately having superpowers more than Asher Angel as the actual kid, as the kid actor. Like, it's funny, Zachary Levi is so perfect at it. But, like, almost too perfect. But I did thoroughly enjoy this film. Like, I would highly recommend it. If you're a superhero fan, I think it's good. It's kind of like, it's like a take on superhero films that it feels really different, and feels, that if there's a lot of stuff that you'll enjoy if you're kind of seeped into this superhero culture. And if you don't like superheroes, I don't know if you'll like this movie. Like, I don't know if this is really for you. I mean, there's a lot of comedy and other stuff to it, but I'm not sure about that. But still, I definitely would recommend it. I'd probably give it like an 8.75 out of 10. Maybe a 9, but I think maybe I'll keep it a little bit below a 9. But thanks for watching. You can check out the playlists on my head or subscribe to me in that Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.